what it do? It's your boy J Boogie 3000 back with another video today on this fabulous, fantastic Friday. Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend, starting off their weekend on a good note. And let's dive into for another video of the Semifinals Western Conference battle between the OKC versus the Dallas Mavericks. So the Mavericks pretty much tied up the series. Their role players was really effective in this game, and they pretty much stood out the most. And guys like Tim Hardaway Jr., P.J. Washington, Josh Green, they did what they needed to do with the floor spacing. They knocked down threes at an excellent rate. But I just feel like what they did in that third quarter was phenomenal on the defensive side. They amped it up. They locked in. That was forcing OKC a lot of turnovers. And their ball movement, it was just spectacular because guys like Kyrie, who normally would give you like 20 or more, literally took that that sacrifice to really find more ways to impact the game, and he literally dropped 11 assists in that game too, and it played a big role in their victory. And then the team ended up, getting 30 assists in that game as well, which is a big boost for them. It was spectacular, bro. And then guys like Luka Doncic, bro, who I would say Luka Magic, man. He's pretty much had a bounce back, resilient game in game two. He pretty much did what he normally do, and he did a fantastic job of always learning how to probe the defense with that quick, slow pace once he drive in, and he went at Lu Dort aggressively, and he was very efficient with his scoring, with his shooting. I feel like when Luka Doncic be so locked in offensively and take smart shots, and everything's within the rhythm, you see how really efficient he is on the floor. And like I said, in that first quarter, he just went on this hot streak with threes, step back after step back after step back after step back after step back, literally. And it's like I said, this dude offensive game it's up to none. It's mid-range threes, layups. He got size. I mean, you literally can't stop that. Literally, you literally can't stop that, bro. And he crashed the boards aggressively, pretty much having 10 rebounds. And what I like, he was very impactful on defense, getting 3 steals. He was very impactful in that role. It was just a good all-around game for Luka, and they needed that to gain some of that momentum back in this series. And then P.J. Washington. Hey, P.J. Washington, bro, he was standing on business. Literally. He was literally standing on business in this game. That floor spacing was incredible. Pretty much he was 7 from 11 from threes. He also had a double-double in this game, 11 rebounds, 29 points. He pretty much stepped it up in game two. They needed it. He really was a big factor in their victory, because every time Luka drive in, he would draw the double team, and he would literally just find PJ wide open in the corner, or top of the wing, at the top, in the other corner. I mean, Luka was just being literally phenomenal. And I feel like at times when the OKC defense do double team Luka, people forget they still have a good floor spacing type team with 3-point shooters. Because Josh Green would be up wide open, PJ be wide open, and then Tim Hardaway would be wide open, Derrick Jones Jr. would be wide open. So you have to pick and choose when to double team Luka when it's necessary to. It's a must they do that. And then the last guy I want to talk about for Dallas that had a good game, a good bounce back game, was Tim Hardaway Jr. Pretty much he was efficient from the floor, knocked down key momentum threes. He did what he normally needs to do, just being that scorer and that shooter that the Dallas need, especially guys like Kyrie that really doesn't have a good scoring night. You know, other guys like Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Green got to step up to the scoring, play with the shooting and the floor spacing, of course. So I feel like in this series, I feel like, you know, the role players and the Mavericks got to really be aggressive, stepping up more than ever, just like they did against the Clippers. So guys like P.J. Washington, Daniel Gafford, who had 13 points, I ain't forget about him, because he's very lethal in that pick and roll with Luka Doncic. It's so lethal. And, you know, pretty much it's just a role player that got to step up, and they have a real well-balanced team now that I see how locked in they can be on the defensive end. So, you know, like I said, the role player was a huge factor in this victory for the Mavericks. Then let's move on to OKC. OKC, they did a good job of going to the free throw line and converting points at the free throw line. And that is a spectacular job with second chance points. Like I said, this game, this is pretty much a good game. It was up and down with the big leads, small leads, you know, and that was pretty much stayed within themselves. But until then, when the third quarter had hit, especially late in the third, that was when that kind of showed that young team that they are in terms of like when that pressure comes, that was, you know, like forcing a lot of turnovers, not forcing, committing a lot of turnovers, like bad passes. I think it was possession where Giddey and Shea was like fumbling the ball, trying to go through the players and stuff. And then they were just not reading their defense assignments correctly, leaving backdoor cuts for the Mavs players get open. It didn't look kind of lost at times, just because I felt like now that adrenaline, just like, man, like we committed these turnovers, we got to hustle back and trying to like stop these guys from scoring. And I just feel like at times, especially on the inbound plays that Mavs would do, OKC was looking lost, and then the guys just kept, you know, cutting baseline, get wide open, you know, get in the basket. And then I feel like guys like Jalen Williams and I think it was Lou Dort. I think both of them was committing too many fouls. And you know, they don't need that, because that, like I said, when your key players commit a lot of fouls, there's a lot of momentum shifting, decreasing, because now you can't play defense as physical as you want to, and you got to be 20 times more cautious so you won't foul out. And then guys like HGA had a good scoring outing. You know, he was getting buckets as usual. Had a strong rebounding game, having 12 rebounds. Does what he does best, drawing fouls and converting them to the free throw line. You know, he does what HGA always do. You know, win in life, finesse in life. So, and guys like Jalen Williams was a dog in this game, spectacular with the transition baskets, with the putback slams. And you know, he had an okay-ish efficient game, but he was still making impactful plays on both ends, of course. And then Chet Holmgren, who was great on the interior on defense, again, key blocks on Gafford and I think P.J. Washington. So he did his thing on defensive end, you know, of course getting rebounds, but he didn't shoot too well. I feel like for game three, Chet Holmgren has to literally be more aware of his shot selections, because, you know, I feel like he forced them a little bit too much, and then, you know, when he shoot his jump shots, he kept getting blocked a lot. So he got to be better with his awareness of when picking and choosing when to shoot the ball on the perimeter, because he got the mismatches with the height. Just post up. So I'm excited for game 3. You know, I said this series is gonna be a fun one. You know, I still got Mavs in 6, but we're gonna see. So, you like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. I love you guys. Jay Boogie is out.